He opens my eyes because I was born in the darkness of ignorance. But my spiritual master, by imparting transcendental knowledge, has dispelled the ignorance that comes automatically in human life. So I'm very indebted, eternally indebted to my spiritual father, Srila Prabhupada. Namaong Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve, Gauravani Pracharane, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi, Paschatya Deshatarane. Srila Prabhupada himself is a disciple of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And Prabhupada has specifically been sent to the Western countries, specifically outside of India. And he has come to destroy the two most dangerous philosophies, impersonalism and voidism. His philosophy is Bhakti Vedanta, knowledge overcoated with devotion to God. Trinadapi sunichena torod eva sahishnuna, amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. Although I am sitting here on an elevated seat, I still must always remain meek and humble. I offer you my respects. I must be more tolerant than the tree. I must give all respects to others since Krishna is in everyone's heart. And I cannot be concerned about what people say or think about me. My business is simply to always Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Namaiva Kevalam, Kalo Nastyeva, Nastyeva, Nastyeva Gatiranyata. The goal is to always have the holy name on my tongue. And the goal of chanting is to chant without offense so that one can invoke and evoke the dormant love of God that's within. In order to become free from offenses, we are advised to chant one more Mahamantra, the Panchatattva Mahamantra, Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivas Adi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So next week, we will be celebrating the Prabhupada festival. So I thought it best to get everyone in the mood. Because Prabhupada writes that spiritual life all depends on the attitude of the devotee. If you have the right attitude, then spiritual life becomes easy. What is that attitude? That attitude is expressed in this poem that Prabhupada wrote when he arrived in America, 1965, September. He left India, got on a boat, suffered 2 heart attacks on the boat, but Krishna allowed him to arrive, and his destination was New York. But before going to New York, the boat first stopped off in Boston. And he took a little tour of Boston and then was back at the boat, Jaladuta, and he composed this poem. And every year I do a lecture somewhere on this poem because this poem gets me enlivened, enthused, and encouraged to preach. And Prabhupada taught us preaching is the essence of this Krishna consciousness movement. We are meant, now some people don't like this word preach. They think that's a dirty word. So I say, we are going to share. That's a softer word. We're going to share this transcendental knowledge. So this poem, please try to hear. I'll try my best. I'll explain just a little bit. Prabhupada begins, "My dear Lord Krishna, you are so kind upon this useless soul, but I do not know why you have brought me here. Now, you can do whatever you like with me." So here in the very first sentence, humility, surrender. Now he goes on, "But I guess you have some business here. Otherwise, why would you bring me to this terrible place?" Oh my God. Prabhupada is calling America terrible. Call the FBI. No, Prabhupada is coming from Vrindavan. Prabhupada is coming from the transcendental realm. He saw Boston and he could see, oh, this is not Vaikuntha. This is Vaikuntha here, this temple room. This is an embassy of Vaikuntha where there's no anxiety. After the class, we will all take prasadam. Is there ever anxiety about prasadam? There's one, if you eat too much. But otherwise, taking prasadam, that's the easiest process. In fact, that's why I joined the movement, was because of everything else came later, but it was prasad. So, what is Prabhupada referring to what he's addressing Krishna? My dear Lord Krishna, you have some business. Yes, Krishna has a business. And therefore, as devotees, as preachers, then I am Krishna's salesman. I have a product. It's called Krishna. It's called the teachings of Prabhupada. The salesman works on behalf of the corporation or the company. So this ISKCON is Krishna's business. What is Krishna's business? Well, Krishna's business is to revive. I love that word. Revive your dormant love of God, which is in your heart. This is why we can approach anybody, regardless of their religion, their creed, their nationality, their sex. It doesn't matter, because everyone has Krishna in their heart. Therefore, we actually belong to the same family. Even there's this concept in other religions, God the Father. So yes, Krishna says that more than once in Bhagavad Gita, I am your father. So we all come from the same family. Achyuta Gotra. Indian people know this word, Gotra, your family lineage. So when you join this movement, now you are Achyuta Gotra, the infallible Gotra. Because one of Krishna's names is Achyuta. Everybody say, come on, that wasn't, everybody. Yes, build up some appetite by participating. So Krishna's business is to attract, reclaim, revive, rejuvenate everyone's dormant love of God. And how does ISKCON do that? We have a beautiful temple, do we not? Beautiful deities to attract. We just had a fantastic, rousing kirtan. I saw so many people dancing, jumping. Nobody was fighting. Everybody was happy. Everybody was happy. So, Krishna's business is we are his lost children. And Krishna wants us to come back to him. Yes, back means we were with Krishna. Somehow, here we are. Welcome to the material world. And we've been here a long, long, long time. So many births. But now, we found the secret, the real secret. Remember, back in the 20 years ago, the secret. Remember that? There was the secret. That's so silly. I once gave a lecture in South Africa. The secret behind the secret. The secret behind the secret? Krishna. Yes. You can get what you desire, but it's not that you create it. You can desire it. But ultimately, we learn from Bhagavad Gita, you need the sanction of Krishna. Otherwise, no Super Bowl for you. It has to be sanctioned by, you can make any kind of endeavor, doesn't guarantee success. Success, that's up to Krishna. Thumbs up, thumbs down. The devotee is always praying to Krishna, please protect me, please maintain me. Pahi mam, raksha mam. So the preacher's duty, working on behalf of the Krishna company, is to give Krishna to others. Prabhupada continues, most of the population here is covered by the material modes of ignorance and passion. Absorbed in material life, they think themselves very happy and satisfied. And anyone who has tried to go out to distribute books, you get this all the time. Oh, no, I'm good. I don't need, no, I don't need. I'm good. But we have to convince them, no, you actually do need this book called Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, all the books Prabhupada has given us. And therefore, they have no taste for the transcendental message of, everybody say, Vasudeva. Vasudeva is another name of Krishna, meaning all pervasive. Everywhere is the energy of God, right? There's no, Krishna says in Gita, anything material, spiritual comes from me. So everything is Krishna's energy. And Krishna is also, like I already said, in everyone's heart. That's why we chant together, Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Go ahead. So that transcendental message of Vasudeva is there in Bhagavad Gita, which is the main book, the first book of transcendental knowledge, Bhagavad Gita. I do not know how they will be able to understand it. Because why? Everybody in the material world is covered over by passion and ignorance. Therefore, to get through takes a lot of work. Now, listen to what Prabhupada says. But I know your causeless mercy can make everything possible because you are the most expert mystic. So Prabhupada, now the emotion is he has faith in Krishna. He's humble, but now he's expressing, yes, Krishna, I have full faith in you. And this, you are the most expert. Prabhupada is referring to the final verse of Bhagavad Gita, where Sanjaya says, wherever there is Krishna and Arjuna, there will always be morality, victory, power, extraordinary opulence. Okay? And the word is used by Sanjaya, Yogeshwara. Everybody say, the master of mystic, the most expert mystic. In other words, the devotee When the devotee does any service, especially going out for preaching, you depend on Krishna. Just like right now. I have this poem, but what I'm saying, commenting, I'm depending on Krishna in my heart. It's not that I have everything written down, no. I'm depending on Krishna because we learn from Bhagavad Gita, Sarvasya chaham hridi sanivishta matak smritir jnanam apohanam cha. This is a very important verse of Gita. Krishna says, you think you're independent of me? Not so fast. From me, Krishna says, comes your knowledge, your understanding. And I also cause you to forget. You've had that experience. Where's my keys? Where's my keys? Where's my keys? Have you seen It's around your neck, dummy. Yes. We need Krishna to help us remember. Yes. So Krishna is there in the heart. And he is the master controller. How will they understand the mellows of devotional service? Yes, mellows. This is a word Prabhupada learned from his guru Bhaktisiddhanta. The rasa, the mellows. There's so many different emotions and experiences in this path of bhakti, devotional service. How will they understand? Oh Lord, I am simply praying for your mercy. That is another symptom of a preacher. The preacher does not think, oh, I'm so wonderful, no. Look at how the mood here. I am simply praying for your mercy. This is the founder Acharya teaching us by example how to be able to do anything. We need Krishna's grace, Krishna's mercy. I am simply praying for your mercy so that I will be able to convince them about your message. This is why this prayer, I call it, Prabhupada had a different name, but for me, I call it the preacher's prayer. Because Prabhupada is giving you the key, the clue, the access code. Like, your Wi-Fi, you need the access code, otherwise no. So here's the access code. How to become successful preacher. I need your mercy so I will be able to convince them. That's what I'm trying to do. All living entities have become under the control of the illusory energy by your will. And therefore, if you like, by your mercy, they will also be released from the clutches of illusion. So now somebody may hear that for the first time. What do you mean we have come under the control of Maya by Krishna's will? What did I do wrong? Why am I being punished? Yes. This is explained later on in Bhagavatam. That we made the first move. We indicated to Krishna, I want to be independent. Just like maybe some of you have had that experience with your children. They get to a certain age. Mom, Dad, okay, no more. I know what I'm doing. You ever had that experience? Thank you. You guys are old. You're not with it. We know what's going on. So that independent nature is there. It comes from Krishna also. Krishna also likes to be, he's completely independent. Swarat. He's absolutely independent. So we have that little quality of independence. But we can also misuse that independence. That is why we are under the control of the illusory energy. We decided, no, Krishna, I want to experience something separate from you. Krishna says, okay. You want to be me? You want to imitate me? I got just the place. California. Go take your post there. Try to be me. Try to imitate me. Good luck. But Krishna is so kind, he accompanies us. That's why he's in our heart. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, Suridam Sarvabhutanam, Suhrit. Krishna is everyone's dearmost friend. I have the perfect wife, no complaints. She's my best friend, but she cannot get as close to me as Krishna, because Krishna is inside. My wife can get this close, right? But she can get in the brain, yeah, that much. Yes, but in terms of actually being in the heart, that's Krishna. That's why, and not only that, so I have a very nice wife, but next life, who knows? She may be somewhere, I may be who knows? Now, I've been told that sometimes husband and wife come back again and again, and they switch roles. Krishna is so cool, right? Oh, you like being the big macho man? Okay, next birth, now you become the woman. And she becomes macho man. Krishna is so, he's the coolest. No, Krishna is ice cold. He's the best. This is why we love Krishna. Do we not love Krishna? Jai Sri Krishna. So, Krishna, after we indicated that we wanted to be independent, Krishna created a playpen called the material world. Right? You put a child in a playpen. I don't know if when I was a child, they had playpens. You were in like a, I don't want to use the word cage, but you know what I get. Do they still have them, playpens? Huh? You can roam around, but you're confined. So the material world is one big playpen, and everyone gets to lord it over. So since Krishna is the one who arranged it, only Krishna can release us. By your will, they can also, now listen to how the preacher thinks. I wish that you may deliver them. That is the mood of a preacher. I wish, my Lord, you're in their heart. Please, I am asking you for their deliverance. Nothing selfish about that. And if you so desire their deliverance, then only will they be able to understand your message. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give people the books, the philosophy, the chanting, the prasad. What do we, it's all about getting people to become attracted to Krishna's entire message. The words of Srimad Bhagavatam are your incarnation. And if a sober person repeatedly receives it with submissive oral reception, then he or she will be able to understand your message. Yes. So therefore, the first process of spiritual life you're doing right now, hearing. This class is so important. The kirtan, you were hearing and chanting. You were doing 2 devotional activities, double whammy. Now when you stay for the class, trifecta. Because now you're getting information, knowledge, tools, how to implement Krishna consciousness. But that's the key, submissive oral reception. Just hear what Krishna has to say, what the spiritual master has to say, and then consider it, think about it, reflect, internalize. They use these terms. One will become liberated from the influence of the modes of ignorance and passion, and thus all inauspicious things accumulated in the core of the heart will disappear. Yes, this is the sign that you are actually making some advancement in your personal spiritual life. You should be noticing how you are becoming free from ignorance and passion, and in your heart you're feeling happy, blissful. That you should notice. How will I make them understand this message of Krishna consciousness? So here is helplessness. The Prabhupada is feeling helpless. He's thinking, I've come to this country, America. Who am I? What am I going to be able to do? I am very unfortunate, unqualified, and the most fallen. Therefore, I am seeking your benediction so that I can convince them. Notice, it's not about himself. He wants to benedict others. For I am powerless to do so on my own. The pure devotee like Prabhupada or any preacher does not claim that he has some special potency. No. I always need Krishna's grace. Always. I always need it. At every step, I need Krishna's blessings. Somehow or other, O Lord, you have brought me here to speak about you. This is one of my favorite. Because a preacher, sometimes you're here, sometimes you're there. In my career as a devotee, I've been to South America, Central America. I've been to Canada. I've been to South India. Oh, South India. That was wonderful. I've been to South Africa. Can I just tell you a quick one? So in South Africa, there's a temple, Durban. There's 2 temples in Durban. And one day, we went on Harinam, a bunch of the devotees, through there's a nearby market area where people are, and they're selling things on the street, right? And there's all these shops. So we're coming down the street, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And then there's this group of black African ladies selling things. All of a sudden, they're clapping and they're singing along. I said, this is great. This is fantastic. Because this Hare Krishna is not sectarian. It's not an American CIA plot. No. Sometimes people think like that. No. Hare Krishna is for everybody. Everybody. Young, old, black, white, green, red, communist, Republican, demon, whatever you are, man, woman. Everybody has the right to appreciate this Hare Krishna mantra. Let's all chant it one time. Everybody. So, wherever I have gone to preach, it's always like that. It's always a new audience. You're always going to see new people. And you don't know if people are going to like you or fall asleep on. Or, you're giving a class and they're constantly like this on their phone. Or sometimes they just walk out. Prabhupada had that experience in the beginning. In the beginning, when Prabhupada first started in New York, there would be a 45-minute kirtan, and then Prabhupada would sit down to give class. Half the audience would leave. Yeah, it's not easy sitting there listening to somebody yap, 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 yap. But, so, you are to be congratulated. You stayed. Thank you very much. So the devotee is saying, my Lord, success or failure, it's up to you. I can simply try. O spiritual master of the worlds, I can simply repeat your message. This has been my motto all throughout. Simply repeat Krishna's message. That's all you have to do. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to be so inventive no. Just repeat the message. Now, the art is to make it entertaining. But the medicine has to be there. Right? That's the thing. Same medicine, But spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. So I tried all different kinds of tactics to get them. That's why I always get you to chant, Hare Krishna. That tells me if I've got you, see. If it's like Hare Krishna, then I got to work harder. Hare Krishna. Jai. All right. So you try different things to make the medicine become very palatable. Like Prahlad Maharaj, 5-year-old boy preaching to his classmates. Because Prahlad was so pure, his preaching, even though the other students were sons of demons, they said, we like what you're saying, Prahlad. And Prahlad taught them how to chant. We like this chanting. Yes, it's all attractive. Prahlad was expert. I can simply repeat your message, so if you like, you can make my power of speaking suitable for their understanding. So that's the key. Depending on the audience, you adjust the presentation. Okay, that could be a whole nother class for another time. Only by your causeless mercy will my words become pure, because there were these 4 things you learn when you join this movement. Books are the basis. Preaching is the essence. Utility is the principle. And the last one, purity is the force. If I'm pure, if my words are pure, if my intention is pure, then perhaps I'll be able to instill something in someone. Maybe I'll be able to touch them. It's all about purity. I am sure that when this transcendental message penetrates their hearts, they will certainly feel engladdened. I hope I've done that. And thus become liberated from all unhappy conditions of life. Now here is the final meditation on Prabhupada's poem. That's a hint, don't worry, it's not going to go much longer. So here's the final message. O Lord, I am just like a puppet in your hands. That's called Atma Nivedanam. Full surrender. My Lord, I'm your puppet. So if you have brought me here to dance, then make me dance. Make me dance. Oh Lord, make me dance as you like. I have no devotion, nor do I have any knowledge, but I have strong faith in the holy name of Krishna. That's the most important. Strong faith. Yes. Devotees there attest that I've said the story so many times. My first day out preaching in New York, somebody stuck a gun in my back. Give me your money. So I turned to my God, but what do I do now? Chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. And the guy ran away. The guy ran away. I said, wow, this Hare Krishna really works. So I have full faith. If any danger comes, boy, if anybody attacks me, they're going to hear the loudest Hare Krishna they ever heard. Like Nrsimhadev when he came out of the pillar. Because I have a loud voice. I don't even need a microphone. Hare Krishna! Hare Krishna! So, I believe in this Hare Krishna mantra. It's saved me so many times. I have been designated as Bhakti Vedanta, and now, if you like, you can fulfill the real purport of Bhakti Vedanta. Signed, the most unfortunate, insignificant beggar, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, on board the ship Jaladuta, Commonwealth Pier, Boston, Massachusetts, U.S. of A., dated 18th of September, 1965. To me, Prabhupada's arrival in America far outweighs any other American holiday. Independence Day, this day, that. No. This is the day. When Prabhupada came to America, that's the greatest day in America. Perhaps I will see you next month. If you liked what you heard, tell Subhas. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody! One more time, everybody. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki, New Dwarkanam ki. Class is dismissed. Take prasadam to your, yes? Well, of course, thank you. Haribol.